Okay folks, straight in today. You've learned the blues scale, but you're wondering why you don't sound very pro when you do so. Well, here's one tip which is really going to help you out, and I'm going to prove it as well with some examples. So, here's the blues scale. Let's say that we're in A minor, okay? A, C, D, E flat, E, G, and then back to A, okay? That's the A minor blues scale. Now, before you go off and do your next funky solo or your next bluesy solo, remember this very important fact. Almost always when you're playing the blues scale, E flat goes to D. Whenever you're playing E flat, it goes down to D. And quite often, the D goes to the C as well. So here's the normal scale. But when you take solos, don't do it all randomly. Just remember that that E flat almost always goes to D and very often goes to C. And guess what? Quite often as well, the C goes to the A. So you've got this whole chain that goes down like that. Could be triplets, could be sixteenths, could be quavers, whatever it is, that E flat goes down. Okay, this pro tip is going to make you sound much better on the blues scale. Now, let's get a concrete example in place to deal with it. And we're going to look at Rusty Bryant's saxophone solo on a wicked track called Fire Eater, which is most famous for its drum break, but it's also got a killer sax solo, which exclusively uses the blues scale, so it's a perfect example. Check this out. Okay, we're about to get into the solo. It's such a good solo, man. Now remember, we're looking for these three notes out of the blues scale. We're in A minor, E flat, D, C, and maybe if it goes to A as well, that's the special bonus. That is the sequence we're looking for. Let's see if it crops up in the solo. Sorry, that arrow's just off screen. Never mind. Here we go. Ba-da, ba-da-da-da, straight in. E flat, D, C, A. That's flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. So that's the actual chord tones if you want to put them in. Look, we've got flat 5, 4, flat 3, and 1. That's the actual scale degrees. Now, remember, when we say flat 5, flat 3, compared to the notes that the root of the major scale of the root. So the root is A. Normally in an A major scale, you've got a C sharp, so we flatten it. That's the third note, which gives us the C, okay? So flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. Be-dee-doo. So let's get that first phrase. Ba-doo-da. So he does it kind of quickly in triplets in that time. Okay, so far so good. Ba-da-ba-da-da. Okay, there it is again. Let's hear that a bit. Ba-ba-da-doo-da. It goes E, E flat, D, C, A. Okay. Happens again. Same lick. Ah. There it is again, E flat, D, C. Flat 5, 4, flat 3. Right there. Let's back up. You will not hear him play that E flat going to any other note. Well, put my reputation on the line there. And again. Ah. There it is up the octave now. Right. There it is, E flat, D, C. And it goes down to A this time. I think he repeats it from what I can remember. Yep. It's got that great growl on it as well. 3 times in a row. The bit at the end, flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. Oh, flat 5 to 4. I'm not sure if you might use the palm keys on that one to smudge that E flat into the D, and that's actually another thing that you can do when you're going down from that flat 5 to the 4 is you smear it into it. Well, I don't know what that line means, but the other thing that he's doing a lot in this solo is just from the 5 to flat 7 to 1. It's really those 2 cells make up most of the solo. There's that lick again. Flat 5, 4, flat 3. Millions of them. It just does it millions of times in a row. That lick again. There's millions of them in a row. Flat 5, 4, flat 3. Oh, baby. That's, he's doing the C, but then using the long C fingering, like the overtone fingering. But it's still that lick. Flat 5, 4, flat 3. There it is again. Oh, yes. Remember I said you smear from that flat 5 to the 4? That's what he does there. Beautifully. So there you go. Rusty Bryant on Fire Eater demonstrating that you consistently go from the flat 5 to the 4 to the flat 3. Now, you might say, well, that's just one solo, isn't it? So let's back it up with another example. If you feel like you're getting good value here and you want to do something very simple to help me out, go and click the subscribe button. The majority of people who watch this are not subscribed. It's one click, costs you nothing. I would really appreciate it. And you are guaranteed that the next read you pick out the box will be a winner. That's how karma works. Don't you know that? Okay, let's move on to the next example. Okay, so Rusty Bryant, classic funk track that was. Let's move on to a more poppy, soulful, smooth kind of thing with the one and only late, great David Sanborn. This is the tune Maputo, which I'm sure you know. Look at my scuffy handwriting. How funny is that? So let's have a listen to Maputo. Now, coincidentally, it's in the same key, which is good because I can just keep that little bit of scribble down there with the E flat to D to C to A. Now, he's playing it on alto. I'm playing it on tenor. So it's going to be not going to fall under my fingers quite as well as him. But let's get into it and see what happens, shall we? Oops. Here we go. Straight in. First leg. So he starts in the 4th, then he goes flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. Then down the octave. Same thing. Ba-da, ba-da-dee-doo. It's going 5, flat 7, flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. Listen. Or it might be 5, flat 5, 4, flat 3, actually. All right. Right there. Flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. It's so much better in alto, but so he's going flat 5, 4, flat 3, back to the 4 this time, and then back to the 1. Flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. Ba ba ba, Buddha. Have a little listen again. Happens fast though, doesn't it? Ah, see? Bending down from the flat 5 to the 4. Nice. There you go, same lick. Recognize that from, remember the Rusty Bryant? Now Sanborn's doing exactly the same lick. That's a bit high for tenor, isn't it? So bending the flat 5 again there. And that lick again. Doesn't fall so easy for tenor. How many times has you played that lick? That must be 10 already. Goes to the 9th and that one's not quite blue scale. Okay, great. So far, so good. There's 2 different solos in completely different styles, showing that you go from the flat 5 to the 4 to the flat 3. Let's do one more example. Okay, just to show you, it's not all the funketeers and smooth people that do this. Let's go back and find a jazz example. And who's more jazzy than Cannonball Adderley, another alto player? Why am I doing all the alto players today when I'm on tenor? This is the track called... Now then, I remember I did a video once, and millions of people wrote in and told me exactly how to pronounce this river in Chicago. Now I'm worried I'm going to get it wrong. Wabash? Somebody help me. Wabash. From the Cannonball Quintet in Chicago album. So here's a little lick. Now this one is based on the D minor blues scale. So what's the D minor blues scale? For all you hot shots out there, I've called it G sharp, could be A flat. There's the D minor blues scale. Now remember, what we're looking for. We're looking for the flat 5 to the 4 to the flat 3. Okay, flat 5 to 4 to flat 3. So let's rewrite that so that we can look for that lick. And I've picked out a little bit of Cannonball here. So we're looking for A flat to G to F to D. All right, that's what we're looking for. Flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. All right. Right. Here's the lick. Again, it's played in altos. It's a bit pearly, a bit gnarly for tenor. So what he plays is this. I'll play it slowly for you. Okay, a little bit hard on tenor. By the way, you've got the old Better Sax tenor today. And if you like the sound of that, and I do, and I love the feel of it as well, there's a link in the description. Or if there's not a link, now there will be very soon where you can get one. It's a good tenor. I like it. So the very first thing that happens in the lick, it goes A flat, G, F, D. So bingo, straight in with the feature we're looking for. Then there's a little turn. Then we've got exactly the same thing again. Flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. Then it goes 4, 1, flat 3 at the end. That's the bit we're looking for. So there you go. It just goes to show that that cell, that bluesy cell that you can use, is used by jazz players, it's used by jump jive players, it's used by funk players, it's used by soul jazz players, it's used by smooth players, it's especially used by pop players. I tell you what, let's do one more bonus example that you might know, because I know there's some Candy Dulfer fans out there. Let's check out one little bit of Candy Dulfer just to show you that this is a very ubiquitous and universal thing. Okay, so we're looking at, I'm sure you know what's coming. Why do I keep using the eraser? Lily was here. The very well-known, look at my handwriting. Lily was here by Candy Dulfer with Dave Stewart, of course. Now this is in tenor pitch. I'm just doing it in tenor pitch right now because that's what I've got. It's F sharp minor. So what's the F sharp minor blues scale? F sharp, A, B, C, C sharp, and E. Well done if you got that straight away. And if you're playing any kind of rock and roll or blues band and you play tenor, their guitar players are always playing in E, and you're going to be using the F sharp minor blues scale. So good one to know. That is the blues scale. Now let's see if we can find the flat 5, 4, flat 3, and 1. That would be C, B, A, F sharp, okay? Flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. I want you to be waking up in the middle of the night going, flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. So let's see if it exists in this solo. Spoiler, it does. Flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. Straight in. Bit different stuff there. Although, no, sorry, that's not it. Oh, straight in there though. So, flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. That's C, B, A, F sharp, E, F sharp. Back up a little bit so you can hear that again. There you go. That was good, wasn't it? Bit tricky on tenor. So that's F sharp, A, F sharp, E, and then flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. I just realised that the flat 5 is kind of missing a little bit off the edge of the page. Shall we try and make that a bit clearer? There we go. Hear that? Ba 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 da. There it is again, lower octave. Nice. There you go. That's actually it there. Because she does a turn from the fourth to the flat 5, 4, flat 3, 1. Right there. I think there was one in there. Yep, there was one in there. Yeah, so lots of examples, flat 3, 4, flat 3, 1. That is the way to improve your blues scale playing. If you only played flat 3, 4, flat 3, 1, you're going to sound instantly better on your blues scale. Now, if you want to sound instantly better, and you want a good way to get there, check out my free Saxophone Success Masterclass. The link is there. And that's a load of excellent teaching, like hopefully you're getting here. It's yours for free, just fill in your email. Tuck in, mate, it's yours. So let's now conclude what we've learned today. This video is sponsored by Budget Titles Are Us. Okay, so the conclusion of today's video is when you get taught the blues scale, and it's a kind of one scale fits all deal, there's playing the blues scale, which is just randomly jamming on any note, and there's playing the blues scale and sounding good. Now, if you want to sound good playing the blues scale, don't use that flattened fifth unless you're going to go to the fourth and the flattened third after it. Massive pro tip. All right? One surefire way of sounding good on the blues scale is to do that, of course, along with great phrasing, rhythm, other licks, all that stuff. And I've done a load of videos on the blues scale. And what you'll do when you look at those licks is you'll find that this happens all the time. It's no coincidence. It sounds wicked. That is what you would like to do if you want to sound good on blues scale. Now, if you've cracked the code of the blues scale and you want to sound good, why not share it in a community of like-minded, enthusiastic saxophonists just like you, saxophonists, bridging the Atlantic, and check out the Inner Circle membership. It's the best place to be if you love saxophone and you like watching my YouTube videos. It's the next logical step. For a low monthly fee, it's only going to cost you like less than a few reads or a coffee and, every couple of days or something. You can be part of an incredible community where every month I'll give you great content like breakdowns of solos, videos where you follow me around doing pro gigs, giving you loads of helpful advice, me in the studio. There's a Q&A where you can ask me. People often want to ask me questions. This is the place to do it. You get daily access to me. Pretty cool, eh? And it's the only place that you can get that. So go and check out the Inner Circle membership. You are going to love it. And until next week, make sure you practice hard, practice smart, and enjoy your music. Take it easy. Do that again. Cough up chicken. Cough up chicken.